Why is that? What am I on? Son of a bitch. Okay, so I screwed up. Measure once, cut 3 or 4 times. That's what we're about to do. All right, welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a couple weeks. Things have been busy. As you can see behind me, pigs are gone. I didn't take a video. I attempted it, but it did not turn out well. And the problem was the one that I was working on was frozen solid. It took me 7, 8 days to get it cut up. I actually just finished it 3 days ago. Other than the sausage, but it's warmed up a bit. I have milled up the rest of the 2x6s. So this video is going to be part 2 of the clean room build out. We're going to try to get this wall here finished out and try to do the front wall. I do not have the joists yet cut. It's raining and crappy outside today, so I can't get a 12-foot log over to get that cut, but that will be coming probably maybe tomorrow or over the weekend. They're calling for a lot of rain off and on, so I don't know. But also there's something else that I got coming up that I'm going to give you a sneak peek of that I'll be making a video of. All right, it's coming up in the next video, which I'm going to give you a sneak peek at real quick, is I made a purchase. Something I've been wanting for a while. 2 things, actually. So behind me, right here, we have the Art Captain MiG 200 and the Art Captain Cut 50 plasma cutter. I finally got myself a good welder and a plasma cutter. I did a bunch of research. I watched a bunch of YouTube videos, read a lot of forums and all, and these are actually, for being as cheap as they are, pretty damn good welders and cutters. It'll cut up to a 1/2 inch. It does 120 or 220 volt. And I got a bottle, so it will do MIG. The welder will do MIG, flux core, arc, and TIG. I do not have the TIG set up for it yet. That is something I do want to get into eventually. So I am going to be taking this scrap metal that I've had. This used to be part of an old kiln cart that a gentleman gave me years ago. It's been sitting outside for, I can't even tell you how long. But I'm going to be taking these pieces here, and then I've got this piece of metal and this piece of metal here that a friend of mine gave me, his dad gave me, and I'm going to be making a welding fabrication style bench or whatnot, something I can use to work on and weld some stuff up. Hopefully we can get into fabricating our own table legs and things like that for our projects and all. So I'm going to take all this scrap metal and see what I can make out of it. I am not a welder. I did go to school for it 20 years ago for automotive, and I learned how to MIG and TIG, but it's been forever. So I'm not saying it's not going to be a tutorial by any means. We're going to learn this thing. I have welded a few things with it. I did make up the bottle holder out of some plate steel. So yeah, so I welded this all up. It is bolted to the side of this toolbox here. Holds the bottle, holds a couple things, my grinder. These are the plugs for that'll go 220 to 110 for both of them. So I got a bottle. Hopefully that'll last me a long time. I don't plan on doing a ton of welding. And then I just welded up a couple rebar hooks here and welded them directly to the toolbox to hang my leads and my helmet and things like that. So that project will be coming next week. Hopefully, we'll see how far I can get on this stuff today. I'm gonna work on it over the weekend. It's supposed to be raining off and on. You'll probably hear rain hitting the roof of the building. Hopefully it doesn't get too loud and mess with the recording. With all that being said, let's get on this and get it knocked out. All right, so I've got everything measured out here. Pretty sure I need 7 foot, 5.5 for top and bottom plates. So I'm gonna go ahead and get those cut up. I gotta run an extension cord yet. All right, we got our top and bottom plates lined up or set up here. This part should go pretty quick, I would think. So I'm probably gonna set you up on a time lapse. Because how many times can you watch a guy stud out a wall, right? All right, got all my 2x6s cut, studs. I'm gonna grab the nail gun and nail all these together, sand this thing up, bolt it to the floor, and make sure it's square with that one. And then we got to lay out the front wall, which is gonna have a big door in the middle of it, or on the end of it. So that might take a little time getting that right. Ugh. Oh, Jesus. Okay, there we go. Why is that? What am I on? Son of a bitch. Oh, God, it's even heavier coming down. What is under here? Nothing. Measure once, cut twice. I screw something up, probably. It should be. That's correct. No, I'm right. Wonder if I was just hung up. That's weird. Take two, I guess. There's something wrong. Oh, there we go. There we go. I think it was just hung up on that. Perfect. Throw a couple nails in this so it doesn't fall over. There. Success. We got a wall. Okay, so I screwed up. I'm too long. How that happened, I don't know. But hey, you know, what is the old saying? Measure once, cut 3 or 4 times. That's what we're about to do. All right, I already cut the top. Now I'm going to cut the bottom here the best I can. Got it. Perfect. Or miss it completely. Boy, I'm off today, I'm telling you. Now we have a wall. That is correct. And that looks pretty darn good to me. So I think that should work. So now we work on the front wall. That little guy right there, we're not gonna worry about that little guy right there. All right, we got wall finished. Ran into a little bit of issues, but got it figured out. I'm gonna stand this up. Yes, full disclosure, it is the next day. Wife came home from work, kids got home from school, and I just didn't come back out. So it's the next morning. The wall is finished though. I'm ready to stand this up. I'm gonna put this insulation down and I gotta slide this back. I'm hoping I can pick this up because it's gonna be pretty heavy, I think. 1, 2, 3. Oh, Jesus. Ugh. Oh my God. I didn't plan this out right. And my nail gun's all the way over there. So that sucks. Please stay. There. Okay. That's up. I probably could have made that a little taller. Well, my head doesn't hit, so I guess we're all right. I just went with a 6-foot opening, 6 foot tall, because I'm like 5'11 and a half, something like that. So it should be all right. this one's so much lighter too. Oh, that well, okay, I got it. It's not too freaking shabby. Framing's done. Finally. Took me long enough. Okay, so we got it all framed up. Door, everything. Everything all framed. I just got to put my top plates on up here and tie all this in together, which I'm going to do that here real quick. Get those cut out. Should have enough boards left over for that. So we're going to do the top plates, and I will call it good, I guess, until, like I said, I've got a gap here that I will fix with some plywood or something. It's only 3/4 of an inch or so. So I'll slap some plywood in here to bring this flush. So when I sheet and all that stuff on the inside of this, I still have the rest of these joists. I got to mill them and put them up, but that'll probably be next week. And we'll bring the air compressor in and get it set up in this corner over here and start working on getting that wired in. We're going to run some air line along this back wall over to here, and then a drop over by around the window area over there, which I got to order that yet. That'll probably be next month, but they'll all be in videos upcoming. So we'll set this up on a time lapse, and we'll go ahead and get these walls all tied in with the top plates. Should be good to go. There we go. It is all finished. The framing part is done. So it's a pretty big room. It's bigger than I thought it was going to be. But I want to thank you all for watching, tuning in. Like I said, sorry, it's been a couple weeks in between, but me being sick and trying to get pigs done and the cold weather and all that, it was just, I got behind. So, but I'm starting to get caught up. Next video will be the welding table. I'll start videoing that, and hopefully next week I'll have that out for y'all. So until then, really appreciate y'all watching, and if you would, please share this video and hit the subscribe button. Quite a few of you that watch aren't subscribed. It's free. So just hit that subscribe button so you know when more videos are coming. I greatly appreciate it. Give it a thumbs up. We will catch you on the next one.